Hello everyone, I am Kimberly A. Salinas, and in this video we will going to talk about monotonic and bounded sequences. So in this lesson you will learn about how monotonic and bounded sequences. You'll see how these types of sequence behave and why they are important in math. We will use simple examples to show how some sequences always go up or always go down, just monotonic, and how some stay within certain limits or bounded. So understanding these ideas can help us figure out whether a sequence has a limit or where it might be heading. So we have the definition of increasing and decreasing sequences. A sequence A sub n is increasing if A sub n is less than or equal to A sub n plus 1 for all n, and a sequence A sub n is decreasing if A sub n is greater than or equal to A sub n plus 1 for all n. So a sequence is monotonic if it is either increasing or decreasing. So if A sub n is less than A sub n plus 1, so it is a special case of A sub n less than or equal to A sub n plus 1, so the sequence is strictly increasing. If A sub n is greater than A sub n plus 1, the sequence is strictly decreasing. So definition of upper and lower bounds of a sequence. So the number C is a lower bound of the sequence A sub n if C is less than or equal to A sub n for all positive integers n, and the number D is an upper bound of the sequence A sub n if A sub n is less than or equal to D for all positive integers n. So the definition of greatest lower bound and least upper bound of a sequence. If A is a lower bound of a sequence A sub n, and if A has the property that for every lower bound C of A sub n, C is less than or equal to A, then A is the greatest lower bound of the sequence. Similarly, if B is an upper bound of a sequence A sub n, and if B has the property that for every upper bound D of A sub n, B is less than or equal to D, then B is the upper bound of the sequence. So we have the other definition, the definition of a bounded sequence. A sequence is bounded if and only if it has an upper bound and a lower bound. Then we have the axiom of completeness. So every non-empty set of real numbers that has a lower bound has a greatest lower bound. Also, every non-empty set of real numbers that has an upper bound has a least upper bound. So we have these theorems, the 8.2.10, a bounded monotonic sequence is convergent. 8.2.11, let A sub n be an increasing sequence, and suppose that D is an upper bound of the sequence, then A sub n is convergent, and the limit of A sub n as the limit of A sub n is greater than is less than or equal to D rather than the limit of A sub n is less than or equal to D as n approaches the positive infinity rather. Then we have also these theorems, let A sub n be an increasing sequence, and suppose that C is a lower bound of this sequence, then A sub n is convergent and the limit of A sub n is greater than or equal to C as n approaches the positive infinity, and a convergent monotonic sequence is bounded. So to understand it better, we have examples. Example 1, determine if the sequence is increasing, decreasing, or not monotonic in 1 all over n. So 1 over n is equals to, so if we let our n is equals to 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and so on, we have 1, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, and 1/5. So 1 is greater than 1/2, greater than 1/3, greater than 1/4, and greater than 1/5. So therefore, the sequence is strictly decreasing. We have example number 2. So determine if the sequence is increasing, decreasing, or not monotonic. So we have E sub n all over n. So we let n into n is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so on. So E sub n all over n is equals to E raised to 2 all over 2, and E raised to 3 all over 3, and E raised to 4 all over 4, and E raised to 5 all over 5. Then we have E is less than E squared over 2, and it is also less than E cubed all over 3, and it is also less than E raised to 4 all over 4, and it is also less than E raised to 5 all over 5. So therefore, the sequence is strictly increasing. So the next example, we need to determine if the sequence is increasing, decreasing, or not monotonic in -1 raised to n plus 2 all over 2n. So again, we'll substitute n is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So -1 raised to n plus 2 all over 2 times n is equals to -1/2, 1/4, -1/6, 1/8, and -1/10, and so on. So -1/2 is less than 1/4, and 1/4 is greater than -1/6, and -1/6 is less than 1/8, and 1/8 is greater than -1/10. So notice that the sequence is neither increasing nor decreasing, so thus it is not monotonic. The next example, example 4, we need to determine whether the sequence n all over 2n plus 1 is bounded sequence or not. So we have n is equals to 2n plus 1. So again, we will substitute n into 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so on. So we will have 1/3, 2/5, 3 over 7, and 4 over 9, and so on. So the number 0 is the lower bound of the sequence whose element are 1/3, 2/5, 3 over 7, 4 over 9, then to n all over 2n plus 1. So another lower bound of this sequence is 1/3. So any number that is less than or equal to 1/3 is a lower bound of this sequence. Thus, this sequence has a lower bound. So to find whether the sequence has an upper bound, we'll find the limit of the sequence, the limit of n over 2n plus 1 as n approaches to infinity. So the limit of n over 2n plus 1 as n approaches to infinity, so we will multiply it to 1 all over n. So we have n, the limit of n all over 2n plus 1 as n approaches to infinity, times 1 over n all over 1 over n. Simplify, we now have the limit of 1 all over 2 plus 1 over n as n approaches to infinity. Then apply the limit, we will have, so it is equals to 1 of all over 2 plus 1 over infinity. So 1 over 2 plus 0, we will have 1/2. So the limit of n all over 2n plus 1 as n approaches to infinity is equals to 1/2, and the limit exists. So since n all over 2n plus 1 is less than or equal to 1/2 for all positive integers n, the sequence has an upper bound of 1/2. So n all over 2n plus 1 is greater than 0 and less than 1/2, but less than 1/2. So the sequence has a lower and upper bound, so therefore it is a bounded sequence. For the last example, example 5, we will write the first 5 elements of the sequence and determine whether the sequence is increasing, decreasing, or not monotonic. So we have 3n minus 1 all over 4n plus 5. So again, we will substitute n to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so on. So we will have 2 over 9, 5 over 13, 8 over 17, 11 over 21, 14 over 25. So 2 over 9 is less than 5 over 13, and 5 over 13 is less than 8 over 17, and 8 over 17 is less than 11 over 21, and 11 over 21 is less than 14 over 25. So we notice that it is increasing, so therefore the sequence is strictly increasing.